to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. And in this situation with a lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The legendary Bears star Mike Singletary in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Eddie Goldman in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Under pressure, they got him again. Akeem Hicks. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Jim Caldwell's guys cannot come through there on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again.
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. This is Howard on 2nd down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining.
Here we go now. Bring it on.
Now Hoyer. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Bart puts it through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And that is incomplete. Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to hit the receiver when the ball arrives. Got there a little bit early on that one.
And the back goes into motion. Again, it's Stafford. Finding time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Pernell McPhee in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out to say, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is